Hello, I am Lithithis, script developer and lead portrait developer for the Princess of Darkness Total Conversion mod, and I am proud to announce today, for this ModCon presentation, the Garou and the Umbra, the werewolves and spirit world of the World of Darkness, converted into Crusader Kings 3. We developers and storytellers of the Princess of Darkness work every night on the mod we have created, tirelessly adding new mechanics to our developer and patron build on a daily basis, adding new mechanics, content, bug fixes, and recently with the current release of the Friends and Foes DLC, our own Princess of Darkness 1.7 Undying, where we have finally finished the life-infused immortals of the World of Darkness, the mummies, the Shemzu Haru, and the other mummies, the Ishmaelites, Kabiri, and the Foul Bane mummies. However, we are not content to just sit on our lion's hoard of what we have now, but rather, we strive to continually make new content for all of you. So, as the winners of a recent survey that we did for our patrons, we are proud to announce the Garou and the Umbra, the final half of the beautiful rivalry between vampires and werewolves. The Garou are the proud, unyielding warriors of Gaia, the very earth itself, the defender from the predations of the worm, the powerful corruptor entity that seeks to devour all life on earth and send it back into nothingness to regain its own sanity. With this new release, we have added the werewolves in their entirety alongside the Umbra, the spirit world. Additionally, we have added the black spiral dancers, fallen werewolves that have since joined the worm's thralls and seeks to kill the Gaian loyalists before they can defend the earth too much longer and keep this foul reality going. Finally, alongside all of this, we have the Umbra, the dizzying realm of complexity with lost creatures of yore, grand relics, and perhaps if you stray too far, you might eventually end up walking down the annals and halls and twisting labyrinths of madness. But, nonetheless, without further ado, let's show all of you what we have made for you in these past nights. Let's start with the Umbra, shall we? The Umbra is a spiritual reflection of our own material world that connects the heavens and links us all to the majesty of the spirit. Here, the totems and changers reside, as well as the Celestine gods of the werewolves. In previous versions, we had the Umbra available for mummies and for the undead, but we have since dramatically expanded on this realm, tailoring it in adding even more events and things to do here. Whether it's questing for lost lore, searching for powerful relics, or undertaking grand quests and speaking to creatures of bygone eras, there is much to do here. For example, in one such realm, like the Battleground, you could watch and behold a spiritual world where war is eternal, as various nations and peoples of the ancient world are caught up in an unending battle, testing themselves and trying to win a conflict that they will never see the end of. By coming here and contemplating this scene, you can potentially get commander traits, having learned from all the carnage of the Battleground realm. Another thing, specifically for werewolves, are the Incarna of the Celestines, the planetary bodies. Before space travel and before humanity was truly developed, werewolves, for them, visiting the moon was as simple as stepping into the spirit world and walking over and visiting her yourself. So, if you're particularly adventurous, you can go visit these deities and potentially entreat them for boons, be it soldiers or powerful spiritual gifts, in exchange for piety. Not only this, you have to be careful though. For example, the spirit world reflects all aspects of the world, not just the good ones. This is the world of darkness after all, and the shadows cast deeply. Stray too far, go into the wrong domain, and you might find the stress of madness beginning to creep into your soul, potentially driving you further and further into the worm's dark embrace. You might find things too terrible to comprehend, forces too mighty to overcome, and should you go too far, you might get caught up in an endless spiraling dance of madness. So within the Umbra, there's high risk and high reward. Is that worth the cost to you? Now, onto the thing we're happiest to present, werewolves. For our petulant puppies, we have everything you would expect from a playable supernatural species. Lifestyles unique to them, special powers and lifestyles, religions and faith that represent the tribes and camps of these supernatural creatures, buildings tailored to them, as well as a ton else. All the brown you see on the map there is all werewolves. So we have over 153 canon werewolves, all for you to play around with. However, there are some important things to note for anyone interested in playing werewolves. The Art of Changing, Werewolf Secession, and their special resources, Rage and Gnosis. Obviously, could we really even call them werewolves so they couldn't change form? Of course, all werewolves need to look the part. One of the proudest works we've done on the Garou is their new models that really sell their war form, Krynos, the one you can see here with Sophia. So, this tower of rage and muscle is everything that scares the pants off of early man, the ancient beast that once kept us up at night with one eye open. Where vampires are ancient monsters caught up in blood powers and holding on to their humanity, hunters relentless zealots with their witch hunts, and immortal mummies with their special spells of life, the werewolves are perfect in one particular area. Good old-fashioned tearing people in half with claws. Werewolves in their war form have a minimum of 25 prowess, way more than any other supernatural species, able to tear a mortal from spine to skull with a single swipe. But this isn't their only form. Werewolves have one of 5 forms that they can be in at any given point in time, depending on how close to human or how close to wolf they are. There is their baseline Homid, their human form, Glabro, their primal human form, Krynos, the werewolf form, the one you see here, Hispo, the primal wolf, and Lupus, the wolf. All of these different forms have different benefits and drawbacks, so that way the form you take can be perfect for what you need to do in any given situation. Now the question is, how do you change shape? You use one of your special powers, Rage. So with that, I might as well explain those two. Rage and Gnosis are 2 special powers unique to werewolves, similar to Blood and the Masquerade for vampires, and Second for mummies. Rage and Gnosis are determined by what form of the moon you were born under. Those born under the full moon have the most rage, and those born under the new moon, where it wasn't in the sky, are born with the highest spiritual enlightenment. And that's what those 2 forces are. Rage is a werewolf's raw primal fury, and Gnosis is their spiritual energy. Each of these refill with time, so unlike vampires, you don't have to go constantly hunting out for your special resources or worry about humans finding you. All werewolves in their war form are so terrifying to humans, they'll outright forget it even happened. So as a werewolf, the masquerade is a joke you don't have to worry about, so long as you uphold the veil and you don't go willy-nilly tearing people apart. You gotta have a reason first, but hey, getting them isn't too hard when you're fighting the worm. And then finally, we have Secession. Werewolves, if every single werewolf that had a child were a werewolf, the world would be overrun. But rather, being born a werewolf isn't a guarantee. Werewolves are either born Homid or Lupus, born to humans or born to wolves. In order for such a child to become a werewolf, they must either be born to a kinfolk, a human or wolf with changer blood in them, with another werewolf, or between 2 werewolves. Secession, therefore, only goes to werewolves, because you cannot possibly trust those who do not have the full breadth of Gaia's gifts to lead your state. So, Secession is all about getting that werewolf baby. In order to get them, it's best to have as many children as possible, which isn't near as hard as it is for regular mortals, because werewolves are almost as fertile as rabbits. So, for Secession to be achieved, it is best to have as many kids as possible, and somewhere in puberty, one of those children might potentially be just like their parents and end up attaining the werewolf form, therefore allowing them to propagate further and keep up the fight for Gaia or the worm forevermore. With that in mind, we'd like to do a send-off by thanking all of you, our fans and players, for taking the time to watch our presentation and playing our mod. We couldn't be happier with the support and the interaction we get from all of our fans, and we are excited for what the future holds for us. In the meantime, we hope you have fun with our newest supernatural, the Garou, the Proud Werewolves, and enjoy your legendary quest through the spirit world, taking the fight to the foul leeches, dancing the path of madness, and going further to new heights and beyond in the name of Gaia. Thank you, and may your realm ever prosper.